You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Alim Leggett, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more.
Well, man, this is your boy Alim Leggett. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And today we have a wonderful return guest, one of our Comic Crusaders friends, one of our boys out there that's doing their thing, you know what I mean? An amazing creator, an amazing writer. We're about to catch up, all right? Because we've had him on before when he's had two projects, but right now we're having a catch-up episode, all right? We're going to call this the Leggett verse podcast right now to understand what is happening. We're going to get some details. We're going to get some bochincha, man, you know, some gossip, all right? Let me introduce the man, the myth, the legend himself. The future star is going to be rocking the world. The one, the only Mr. Alim Leggett. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man? I love them. You're a legendary introducer. Nobody ever told you.
Oh, so there we go.
The cables in my back. Got me
He's
charged up.
always awards. We have to do a new award, a legendary introducer. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm up. Let's go. So Ali, man, I'm glad to have you back, bro. You know, amazing creator, and I know you got a couple of updates for us. You know, of course, starting with the wonderful universe with Sweet Pea, and you're getting your hands into other things too, man. You know, building upon what is going to be the Leggett verse legacy, baby. You know what I mean? That double L. We're not talking about Cool J, all right?
Bad meaning bad, not bad meaning good.
Hey, you know what I mean? All right, so Alim, so for those just unaware, just a brief, quick overview. Where you OG from, and let them know like what's your baby out there project for those that just don't know.
All right, yeah. So I'm based out of Philadelphia, born there, raised in a couple of states besides that. But my main book right now, my main series, The Diary of Sweet Pea, also takes place in Philly, West Philly to be specific. You know, Overbrook section, Hilltop, same place where Will Smith came out of. You know, and Allen Iverson, a lot of legends come from out of there, and I'm trying to be one of them. So,
yeah. So, being that you're from the same hood, I mean, does everybody in the town like to slap people, or it's just a Will Smith thing?
No,
he did it before. All I'm saying, he did it before Chris Rock. So remember that reporter that tried to kiss up on him?
Kiss him, yeah. Just give him a little tap to let him know that was the light one.
Yeah, he saved the strength for Chris. But
yeah, well, I mean, I guess Will kind of old school Philly back when we used to just throw hands. They're not doing that too much anymore.
Of course not. Because nowadays, they don't want their pretty faces messed up, so they rather pull a weapon. Yeah. Come on, that's not chivalry. That is not fighting. That is not being gentlemen, folks. I mean, old school battle, shake hands afterwards. You don't got to be friends.
Absolutely, stop the violence, value life.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Again, I grew up in the hood, Alim. I don't know if I told you this before. Back in my day, you know what I mean, I'm 149. You know, born in the 70s, child of the 80s and 90s, and back in the day when we had differences with another neighborhood behind us. But every race was almost, every block was segregated almost. You know what I mean? Ours was the most mixed where I grew up. But the one behind that was Italian, the one behind that was Polish. So guess what? If we beef with any of the Italian kids on their block, it has to turn into a boxing match. So basically they give you gloves and do it in the middle of the street and that's it. Throw hands.
A cage of people around you, right?
Yeah, and that's it. Just throw your hands, get it done. What it is. Shake hands afterwards, bro.
Hands after and
don't gotta be friends, you know. But at least have that mutual respect. Y'all threw your hands, got out whatever it was. Yeah, man. What happened to those days, bro?
Yeah, because one of my visions is to make a shirt that say "Make fair ones great again." You know, only a fair one, and let's go about our business.
Yeah, well, I think we need to start our own.
Nobody steal that, man. I'm going to use it.
We're gonna need to start our own fucking nerd boxing network over here and shit. Yeah. Batman versus Superman. You can't debate about it. All right, throw hands. Let's see who really wins. Throw on the respective shirt. Yeah, bro. Nerd battles. Fuck yeah, bro. All right. I'm sorry, folks. I got excited. That actually is exciting me right now. I want to see this. See what a great universe builder Alim is. I'm trying to tell you. All right, so talk to me, kiddo. So, for those again not aware of the Sweet Pea universe, you got 2 issues out, right? Talk about that Kickstarter experience. You know, again, because a lot of people always talking about crowdfunding, and nowadays we have so many options. And you've had 2 successful projects on Kickstarter thus far. All right, 2 for 2, right, correct?
Yeah, 2 for 2.
Hey, there we go. Ooh.
Definitely blessed. It's not an easy thing. You know, it's not for the faint of heart. You got a lot of sleepless nights with that thing. You make a lot of phone calls, you do a lot of campaigning, but with the right approach, I had Ink Studios to help me out. Kevin and them, they got me there, and their whole network helped me with the presentation to be able to present. You know, it's one thing to have a good book or a good product to sell, but you got to be able to show people ahead of time. And once you're able to do that, you know, they helped me to do that. You know, baby, once you can do that, then you know the world is yours. And yeah. So we did 2 successful campaigns, and I'm looking forward to doing a 3rd one, but I really want to take my time and cultivate the audience beforehand to make things a little bit easier for me, so I can get into those higher stratospheres with the reach of bankers.
Gotcha. So, as a creator and seeing how the landscape is, what kind of ideas are you looking, to in regards to, Sweet Pea 3?
Oh man, issue 3 is we have a lot going on in issue 3 and story wise and things of that nature. But as far I want to make more trailers. I did the 1 animated trailer. I'm thinking about doing that again. Every Kickstarter I have an original soundtrack to the campaign. So those is Philly artists that's inside of the videos that play on campaigns. If you go back and watch them, you know, you hear Franchise, you hear Diggs. I don't know who I'm going to go with next time. Maybe, you know, I'll contact Beanie Siegel or something. See if I
Oh
can
my God, you get Beanie on this shit. Wow, that'll be crazy, son.
Gilly the Kid or somebody. That'd be crazy, right?
Hell.
But why? You never know if you don't try. So I mean, don't hurt to ask, right?
Well, that's how I lived in creating Comic Crusaders. The worst anyone could say is no, and that's only for now, because eventually I've had people that have said no, turn around and be like, all right, but hold on. When can I get on the platform? Oh, now you want to? All right.
Yeah.
So now you're at my mercy, but I'm not a dick. You know what I mean? So no problem. But anytime you want, I say, here you go. Check it.
If you build it, they'll come. That's how it is with this comic book thing too, man. It's like I got a fire lit inside of me with this thing, and I'm hungry, and I need to be successful. And everybody don't really see it until, because I'm a humble guy, you know. Like my first name on Instagram was I'm No Icon, so I'm not a boastful person, but it's been a lot of success behind what I've been doing that I don't really boast about. But now that people are starting to see it, like for instance, the Heroic Awards and the People's Choice campaign, right? We made it to the Elite 8 out of 120 books.
Yeah, my man had a T-shirt that said we made like showing off in the audience live. I mean, he was talking about he humble. Yeah, I made it. Yeah, like the champion.
Yeah, no, that was worth celebrating, right? That was a big accomplishment. So in the moment, I was living it up in the moment, because that, you know, like I felt like that was something that I wanted to be present for, because you know it was a big thing. But when I go back home and around people, I'm not just, you know, pulling everybody left and right like, yo, I'm Elite 8. I'm Elite 8. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. But that's something that I got to get better at myself, because you got to promote yourself, right?
Yeah, get them websites, get them T-shirts like you had. You were doing a great job. I mean, Heroic Awards. A big shout out to Rich DeRee for putting that together.
Yeah,
awesome stuff to celebrate, you know, independent creators. It was nice. Even today, we're still getting messages about the program and, you know, what's going on for participation for the next one. So, you know, let's see what happens.
Yeah, so a lot of things came from that, man. I'm getting attention from distributors. You know,
Woo!
I'm looking at now turning into making a publishing company, and some of the other friends that I've been making inside of the comic book world, man. I've
Yeah, I
met.
know we had a private discussion, and about things that you felt that are needed in the industry, especially for folks like ourselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
So based on what you're saying now, the publishing press, is it along those lines of that discussion we had?
Yeah, man. Just to see, I feel like I've been blessed by blessing the people around me with the little bit of crumbs that I got. You know, like I don't want to make it sound like I'm Todd McFarlane out here or something like that. But the little bit that I get, I've been able to present an opportunity to other people around me and bring them with me. So I feel like as long as I can keep doing that, then God continue to bless me so I can continue to give those opportunities out to the people around me. And I think that a publishing thing, a fair, and a fair offer to people is another opportunity to do that. So
I guess I
sometimes,
like this. You're an indie creator, and you got your stuff, independently owned and whatnot. When you think about value, what's fair market value? Like, where have you done your homework in order so you could, hopefully bring that better value to indies?
well, so I'm not a law expert, so I got to sit down, schedule like a meeting with a guy so I can make sure that I have, because you can speculate on things all day, but I
Yeah.
think that that's the kind of stuff that you really need to have some expert opinions on, and not just asking Chat GTP how do I make a licensing agreement, something like that. Like I'm aware of some people that are very indie comic friendly, who are like have years in the game, and I'm going to defer to them as I educate myself to make sure that I'm not cheating myself or anybody else. Theoretically, it's not no, nothing is set in stone yet, but this is just an opportunity that's on the horizon and maybe coming soon.
Oof, oof, it's coming. Now, if I know Alim, I know it's gonna come. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. It's Philly, man. It's that city thing, man. When we want something, we're gonna get it. We talk about it,
yeah.
it happen. I dig that.
Believing in yourself is an amazing thing, man. Like so much opens up once you believe that you can make stuff happen. Since I've started making these comic books, I've met people that have been in the industry for over 40 years with like dozens, 40, 50, 60 credits, and Marvel and DC and Image and all other kinds of things. And you know what I found out about these guys? They regular people like you and me.
Yeah.
They are, and
Yeah, I
that's a
spoke to Todd what 3-4 times. He shouted me out at a convention, which is crazy. Yeah,
yeah,
Todd just a regular dude. He a fan like everyone else, and just what fortunate enough to get in the industry at a great time, and because of his
hmm
passion, has been able to do something with what he has. You know what I mean?
right, yeah, and why not us, right? We could do that. I mean, you're doing great things already. I'm sure you see it just by putting that effort in, being consistent and believing yourself, man. You created something great. That's my man Eddie. That's another thing that we got going on, man. Eddie Edward Brown, Skull Valley Comics, right? So I am the art director for a title called Deathblade that you all need to be looking out
Oh
for.
shit! Wait a minute.
Yeah,
What, my brother? What?
yeah.
Let's go.
Now
Wait. How this opportunity come about? Talk about that promance right there. How the hell that happened?
from the Heroic Awards,
Yeah,
we
right
met down there. We
there.
came down. Let me tell you, this how hungry I am, man. I wasn't. I made it to the Elite Eight, which I'm not taking nothing away from that, but you know, I didn't walk away with any awards, but I'm like, no, I got to show my face down here, man, because it means something that I was in here and I did that, and they put in the effort to make this happen. Babe, come on, let's get these plane tickets. We going to Chicago. So we get to Chicago. We at the Heroic Awards. We had a great time down there at C2E2. Got to hang out with my man Alim Leggett. You know, we got the, we got the and in there, Kevin introduced me to Eddie, and we clicked up, we linked up, and we've been doing some really, really amazing things, man. Ed is a hungry dude, and he has some fire coming, man. And I see a bright future for that guy and for us together.
Great. I'm excited. I met Ed too, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And I remember the most dapper looking homie in the
yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh shit, but yeah, I look good there, but homie, I'll dress us all.
Yeah.
No, but for real,
Serious.
amazing project, amazing stuff. Like you said, yeah, I saw the hunger, just like we have. We want sign, we want to help, we want to be positive, we want to bring and help, everyone, not just our own, but everyone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Of course, sometimes our own may get a little extra attention. It's because we know how much harder it is to get in.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And that's just what it is. Just being honest and truthful. Like that's what I want to be doing for. Like, go ahead, ask me anything. The other day, I got the funniest message on my Instagram, Marlene.
What's happened?
The craziest message. Some lady, some Karen. Do I have it here? I was supposed to show it on my brother's podcast. I'm gonna do it here. Do I have it? Or did I delete it? Because it's kind of an annoying thing. Do I? Oh yeah. Look at this thing. So you know how I say no politics, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so look what some lady sends me. Oh shit, let me take that back. Hold on. This one. No politics because we're Trump trash, but have learned to not say it out loud. Go F yourself. So Charlie, no, go F you actually, because I don't take sides. I don't care about politics. And I'll just say my opinion as it is. You know what I mean? That's it. It's not about sides for me, it's about factual and facts and who's gonna actually help me at the end of the day. I don't care. I'm not on either side. I don't play that game. That's bullshit.
Right.
That's a
trap. And besides that, like, I don't understand people, man. Why do you feel like you need to inject yourself into somebody else's life when it's just as easy to just do this and move on to the next?
That's it. And I don't think I was anything. What I've said, I've cracked jokes, but I've cracked jokes about everybody. So I'm an equal opportunity joker. Everybody gonna get it.
Everybody can push it.
Everybody get it the same. Don't think with anybody. It's not about making America great again. It's about everybody is fair game. There we go. How about that?
Right.
So that's all, folks. I have no hate or love to or hate towards anybody. I just want us as a whole, all our fellow Americans, just to be good and healthy and safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people get really, really intensely passionate about things, about the differences, and ignore like the fact that we, at the end of the day, we all in this together, no matter what. We're all citizens of the same country, man.
So much more in common than not. So yeah, I hate this period. And I've noticed that because of this election year, I've seen kind of a slowdown in comics, comic news. I've heard creators say, for example, there's a slowdown in people partaking in crowdfunding projects. As an indie creator yourself, have you heard the same, seen the same? Like, how do you feel about the current climate and how it's affecting indie creators?
Man, I don't know about. I haven't been really paying too much attention as far as it hasn't slowed me down. I back the campaigns that I'm going to back no matter what. All that other noise I'm not worried about. But what has been on my mind is the increase in print costs for books now, man. It's costing. Somebody got quoted for almost somewhere close to $4 for 20 colored pages.
What?
Yes. Yes. What? Yes. 4. It was like 370 or something like that. He told me it was 20, or maybe he said 24, but it was a low page count. I don't understand.
You ain't getting no money out of that.
Nah, you
gotta no money out of that.
Nah,
yo, what is wrong?
So that's something that I'm looking at, and how are we going to get over that hurdle?
Well, I know someone right now that in the independent game, he's kind of controversial, so let me not say his name. but he had an issue with a publisher, a printer, not wanting to print his books, although that for this is not kosher to us, because it was adult material. Although they state they printed anything. So homie says, okay, this is how you guys are gonna play me. So apparently he's decided to open up his own printing press now. He goes, after that, I'm doing my own shit. If anybody want to come on down, let's talk, because the more of us involved, the cheaper it is.
Yeah. And if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. So that one thing I know, the train ain't stopping. So we're gonna figure out some kind of way to get past this hurdle. But it is a hurdle that everybody should be paying attention to.
It's funny though, Alim. You would think that these printers, understanding that we have technology at home that could possibly equate their quality, it's just a matter of us having the time. But like you said, if we're hungry enough, we'll make the time.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna lose money. They're stupid.
We're living in the future, man. We really are. Like it's so much possible from your own home computer systems that wasn't possible. That was like unbelievable when I was young. You know what I mean? Like my team, I have members on my personal team from several different countries. Like that's insane to me. For me, from where I came from, the fact that I have these 2 published books is crazy, man. To me,
look at this little guy from Philly, and the world is seeing my stuff. Like, this is
right.
Crazy,
some guy that was cutting up in the hallways in Overbrook High School is now.
Look what Eddie's at. Lulu, $8 a page, son.
A page.
Yo,
what they printing on gilded gold leaf paper or something?
That shit is on that fucking Ghost Logger gold leaf ink and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They got scribes that recreate every page for you or something. They charge
every time you turn the page, you hear music. That's $8 a page. Are these people crazy? Lulu is working more like loco. What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, they Lulu for real. If they think that.
Looney. There we go. Jesus Christ. Hell no. Wow. So this is so crazy. But I bet you, a big corporation come into them, they'll charge them less per page because they're gonna go on volume.
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure, man.
But it's not fair. They should use the bigger companies to make the revenue. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then use that cost savings to help independent.
Right. If you're going to be tied to, if your business is catered towards independent creators, you got to have prices that reflect that, man. How are we supposed to compete?
Yeah.
How are we supposed to make money? People are due 10 sometimes for an issue, $7 to $10 because you're an indie guy, but it's hard, like especially like when you're trying to go inside of stores, right? You want your thing up on the shelf. Everything else in the shop is $3.99, $4.99 or something like that. And then so you got to compete with those prices, and you got to deal with whatever cut the shop want. They might say 50-50.
Ooh.
So or like it could be better or it could be worse than that.
Oof.
So
that's some crazy shit. They want, all right, I'll sell it, but I want half. God damn, bro.
Yeah. You ain't even have to pay for the shipping. I drove them up to the store. You want, but I mean, whatever it's they shopping, they gotta pay their bills like everybody else. So like I'm just saying it's a tricky thing, man, to figure out. So once I got this packet from this distributor and I get a chance to take a look at that, maybe that's some kind of way that things that makes a digital movement.
Digital movement, baby. How do you feel about the digital movement? Well, I think digital personally, and it's cool. And, again, you can have a tablet, carry a whole run, go on vacay with. Mm-hmm. I'm still a physical media fan.
Same
I like
here, man.
To hold something to smell.
Yeah.
Will Sweet Pea and any of your future projects, always remain in print? Or are you thinking that you will have digital only type stuff eventually?
Well, It depends on the circumstances, but I'm the same way, man. When I was making the first issue of Sweet Pea, it was an exciting thing to see the first page on the screen, right? But it was a completely different feeling when I was holding that proof copy in my hand.
Mm.
And it's just like, like at these conventions, who like can't sell a QR code. I mean, you can, but
You can,
a
but it's
QR
different.
code on your table don't hit the same as a printed book on your table.
Exactly, because you know what they do, a lot of them, well, at least from my experience, I've gone to many cons, they buy a book, and when they sit down for lunch or something, all of a sudden they pulling out the books they just bought as they eating, whatever they do
Mhm.
and chilling, they actually pull out their book and start reading and perusing it and talking to other people. Oh, yo, check this out. It's such a
Yeah,
beautiful thing when I see that these fans are celebrating the product they just bought so happily. It's
right.
fire. So yeah, for me, you can't do that on the digital. I'm gonna just keep showing you my phone. For anyone that passes by, you're probably just looking at funny videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're not
right.
looking at a book. So when you're holding a book, it's a product that people see. They walk by. Oh shit! What is that they're holding? What is that book? What is that?
Right.
You
Or
know?
when you got it up in somebody's shop or store or whatever, the corner store, or whatever, it's just better. I think, but there is situations and markets where digital makes a lot more sense.
Well,
So
overseas,
it
right?
has its place, yeah.
Because
Because
when you guys from the U.S. got to ship overseas, I mean, damn, not for nothing, but even the USPS is, excuse the word,
yeah,
raping uh, creators on shipping, and in a way, like, I mean, the shipping sometimes is 10 times the value of the book. Like, are y'all
right.
crazy?
You paying $35 for the book, and 28 of it is with shipping.
And that's crazy. I mean, that's not fair to you guys, not fair to the fans. So that's where digital can come into play. But then I think that's also create opportunity for creators here in the States to build across overseas. Like my man in ASAP Imagination, he's built
Hmm.
families, across the world now. Where,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna ship you a box, and then they need sign depending on location. You can ship it, she could ship it, so and so, depending on location. Everybody
Hmm.
got a product, and they all pitch in towards the success of the company. Now that is independent spirit.
Absolutely, man. That's how you build.
Oh, here we go. There we go. He goes overseas: Africa, India, Brazil, and Asia.
Digital markets.
Yeah, so
Yep.
that's basically EMEA, and then South America with Brazil. But it's basically EMEA, which is the Europe, Middle East, Asia, and then you got Africa.
Hmm.
Crazy. Yeah, but I mean digital for us. So I guess are we digital on their books?
I mean, for the most part, mangas and everything like that, they when they're not, they're digital. Let's put it that way. They experience them digitally more
I mean, because number nine, I would love
on
to be able
average.
to hold a book from Africa or India or Brazil in my hand, like
Yeah.
something from there, even in their language. I've held DC books from Mexico before, and they were funny to me because they were actually smaller, a little smaller than American comic, but instead
Hmm.
of sharp edges, it was rounded edges on the books.
Yeah.
Different design from Mexico and Spanish, but they look nice. It was different, you
Yeah.
know. But I
But it's
wasn't.
easier for them to find, like they can contact and get in touch with printers that'll ship books from the presses over here. And that's something that we also gotta take a look at, finding trustworthy people in other places that might be, like we can get books printed and
As
shipped
an
and delivered.
independent creator, man, what trust is a big thing, and
Yeah.
like how long do you need to know someone to trust them? Because nowadays, no matter how long you know someone, it's like it's a wild world, man.
Yeah, it's a
Loyalty.
wild world, man. I always dip my toe in the pool before I jump in. So I'll say that, man. I'll give you my trust, but I ain't gonna let you keep on breaking it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Gotcha. I mean, I can't wait to see. So, all right. So, you said the idea is repeat 3 is something you're still mulling,
No,
right?
no, no. The script is done.
It's done.
Script is complete. Artwork is well underway. man. And just to touch on it briefly, I know we got to get off soon, man. This story is dear to me and important to me because it reflects my fears for, the world that my children are growing up in as a father, which, I've been a father. I'm a father of five, and
Ah,
I fell down the steps, man. So I've had a baby for 17 years. I've been buying diapers for years.
oh
you
man, but
know.
you've been hugging some business, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, but I got a 16-year-old down to a 4-year-old, and
Oh,
so you know it's a lot, man, with with these kids, especially out here, and inside of these inner cities, things like that. That the things that they go through, the things that I went through when I was a kid, I let them know, man, you guys are way better at being teenagers than I was. Man. It's as hard a time as I give y'all. I mean, who knows what they get into that I don't know about, but I know what I
yeah,
was getting into when I was when I was a kid.
but I
So,
think we could tell. I know that my kid was definitely she's 22. She was a good kid, and I definitely did not do anything that her mother did. Yeah, I'm not
yeah,
gonna say me. I'm gonna do it. And she definitely wasn't doing what I was doing, but she definitely didn't get into anything her mother was into, which is cool. Quite. I mean, kids are different. I guess all depends on where they grow. And I want to give a big shout out to Edward Brown, though, for real. I can't wait to have you on the show, brother, so we can really kick it and talk. But talking about trust, those are the things right there: the IP protection and the stealing your creations. When you're talking about trust with
oh
someone
yeah, for
sees.
sure. You gotta have that paperwork right. The work for hires and
I tried GPT
licensing
earlier.
agreements and everything.
Right?
Yeah,
Not chat GPT. Get a
not
real lawyer.
CGTP, man. You got to get a real living, breathing lawyer and
Yeah,
make
bro.
sure that you got everything situated, your
And guess
NDAs
what?
and
That's
all
like
that
a
stuff.
stingy motherfucker is gonna create one of those contracts that's like tight. You know what I mean? Fellas, you know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah, just fair, clear, and concise, so that there's never any confusion when that legendary Netflix or Amazon Prime deal come rolling down, or Disney knocking on your door saying they want to make a franchise out of you, and
Yeah,
now all of a
you
sudden
know
everybody that typed the letter come knock at your door.
what's homie's name? That he's mad because he said that during the Deadpool Wolverine movie that his name should have came first because he thinks he's the creator of Wolverine when it's Len Wein.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
like homie came out like listen, I know you're 11, homie, but there's also a lot of dirt on you allegedly. I didn't mean
oof,
didn't mean to be like Wendy Williams. Allegedly, there's a lot of things we
allegedly.
have done in the business that was a little dirty. So Mr. Thomas, as we were talking about, he made this comment like, yo,
Yeah,
my name should have been first. You were just an editor, homie.
right.
Like
And and
you
don't get I don't want to get a wrong message. Like, my team is important to me, especially like for this first issue, because this one really like broke me into the world. So I ain't saying I'm leaving anybody behind or anything like that. But at the same time, it's important that in any business that you do that involves your creations, that you protecting your creations.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly. It's your creation. Yes, you bring people in that could add on to the
Yeah,
mythos, and that's an add-on. So co, you can add the word like that, co-creator something or partaking in the legend, but there's
right,
only one creator. And let me tell
right.
you, Mr. Thomas, you didn't do Wolverine, and Len is not here to defend himself. May he rest in peace. Allegedly, if those are really the things you said, that's kind of foul. And I think a lot of comic fans were sticking up with Len's legacy in that creation. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, so yeah, Edward, thank you for bringing that up. IP protection is in fact a real thing that wasn't ever thought about prior to nowadays, really.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wow, isn't that wild?
Information age, man. We informed now, and across all different kinds of mediums. Musicians getting better deals now, and us indie creators, us comic book world people is going to get better deals too because we know better.
It flows, music, comics, everything does flow together. There's some type of a symbiotic relationship there. So when one does good and does certain thing, the other one copies and emulates and achieves the same goal. And that's actually what I want to see.
Know your value. Don't beg. Don't be thirsty. You're the one that made something, man. That's the most important. That's the foundation for any other franchising or whatever. None of it happens without you having put that work in and created, imagined, and then brought that imagination into a physical, presentable form. So value that.
Absolutely, man. And talking about bringing value, I mean, I'm proud. Alim's books are gorgeous. So before we go, I mean, my brother, it's still con season. We're still in the summertime over here in 2024. And we still have a couple of months ahead of us. Are you going to be doing any cons where you're tabling? Are you visiting anything? Well, you're pimping the Sweet Pea wares and more.
Yeah, man. I'm going to be this Friday, this weekend from the 17th to the 19th. I'll be in Virginia at Atlantic Con.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, Norfolk, Virginia. So look for me there. And besides that, man, I've been kind of chilling this year, just trying to get I got some really exciting things coming. I don't want to, my partners would tear me apart, man, but I got some creative, amazing merchandise that's really going to I think it's going to be huge, man. So I can't wait to reveal that. I'll be back.
Yeah, you better bring it here, baby, because I definitely want to hear all this good shit. Because, brother, ever since you've been on, I've seen that journey. You keep growing, and you do bring a good energy. The type of energy that this industry does in fact need, man. But folks like yourself, folks like Mr. Brown and everybody else, this is what we need to do, baby. It's not just about us. It's about everybody and elevating the family as a whole. That's right. It is fire fuego. Right. Hey, you saying that even better than me nowadays, Ali.
Yeah, I learned from the best, man. You got to watch the best to be the best.
Yeah, but this is the man here, folks. So, all right, let me show you these banners. I've been showing them off. They're also in the notes below. He's been here before. You need to stay tuned to what this young man is doing right here. So if you're on Facebook and TikTok, it will be the same thing. Sweet Pea Comic, all right? And then on Instagram, it's Sweet Pea _comic. Whoever took that full name, you bastards.
Bastard.
That's foul right there. You could have had a clean sweep on this. That's why every time a new platform comes out, even if I know I'm not going to use it, don't matter. I need to get my name.
Gotta snatch that up quick for it be an imposter in there somewhere, man.
Yeah, doing some shit, sending inappropriate pics of who they claim is me.
You know what, man? That might be how you got a Karen inside of your inbox. You never know. Man.
Oh shit, bro. Hey, she got old mad. Like, damn, I can't have that. So I showed that as an example. Please don't ever send me stuff like that. I blocked the hell out of her afterwards, of course, because that's why? Why are you wasting your energy and time? Who am I to you? I don't pay your bills. I don't pay your rent. Nothing. Whatever bother you, I'm not sorry for at all. If it bothers you, oh well, get tougher skin. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm from New York, yo. Don't try to play me like that. All right. So with that, please follow my man here because this is an amazing creator. I mean, mention the project for Eddie again, and for us to know what he's doing. Do you know where we could go?
Keep an eye out for Skull Valley Comics. The title of the book is Deathblade: The Awakening. When I tell you that this guy is amazing and driven and putting in so much work, it's going to blow your mind when you see the level that this guy is bringing to the table. It's just top notch stuff. So
yo, Eddie,
look forward to it.
Mr. Brown, we got to bring you on here. The way that Alim's telling you right now, we got to let the world know and tease the world. Let them know, what's going to be forthcoming in the future of independent comics out here. I'm digging it. Alim, bro, you are a legend as always. I appreciate the crap out of you. Thank you again for hanging out with me. And my fellow Crusaders. Wait. You gotta say it's art from Ali. Hey! As much as you pimp him, he pimping you too. You better know it's art from Ali, baby. That's right. Listen, what's gonna happen is that I want you to come with him onto this program and let's talk together and politics and have a good time and really show off stuff and see, what's helping it. But if you're the art director, shit, let's start talking, baby. What the future is. All right?
For sure.
I love it, but so everybody that tuned in, I appreciate you so much. Comic Crusaders is everywhere. So follow Comic Crusaders on all socials. On YouTube, it is Comic Crusaders World. Show the love, man. We celebrate indie. We do this for you guys, in the most positive way that we can. And we just celebrate amazing creators, the future of this wonderful business that keeps us entertained. So, Alim, thank you as always, brother. You rock. Yeah, everybody that tuned in, you're amazing. Hasta la próxima. You know what it is.
Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.